project I'm going to show you right now is a project for kindergarten. It's called The Dot, and it's actually using a children's book called The Dot. You can read the book to the class, or if your art closet does not have the book, another option is to go on YouTube, and there's several options of people that are reading it aloud. So you could just play the read aloud of the book, whichever works for you. The project that goes with it is really simple. The book is just kind of about the idea that anyone can be an artist and anything can be art. That's just the general idea. So the thing that you need to start with and have prepared before you go to the class is just some basic geometric shapes. In the book, it's starting with a dot. We're gonna use whatever shapes we want. And to do this, it's really simple. I don't measure anything. I don't draw anything out. I just take construction paper and cut it into shapes. Squares, rectangles, triangles, circles. Just really quickly. And just I use lots of different colors. I cut several sheets of paper at once. You just want to end up, when you go into class, with a pretty good variety of color and shape. So I just like to have lots of options there. And then the students just need a white piece of paper, crayons, markers, whatever you choose to use with your class, or a combination, it's up to you. I have markers, I've got whatever you want to use. And then the students are going to come and choose one or two geometric shapes. So the idea is they're just going to pick any of the shapes, whatever you have, and they are going to put those on their paper. And they can put those on their paper however they choose. You can have them glue them onto their paper without really explaining what you're going to do, or you can have them put them on the paper, them knowing what they're going to do. It might change how they place the shapes onto their paper. So then they're just going to glue these geometric shapes onto their paper. Again, however they want. You don't need to give them any instruction. They can do whatever they want with these shapes. Glue them on however they want, wherever they want. And again, they can do one shape, they can do two, it doesn't really matter. Once those are glued on, you can give them whatever medium you've chosen, crayons, oil pastels, colored pencils. You could do watercolors. You really can do whatever you want, whatever works for your class that day. And then they're going to make a picture out of this. And they've already looked at artwork in the lesson after you've done the book. They're going to have seen art that's abstract. They're going to have seen art that's realistic, and they can do the same thing. They can choose to make a piece of art that doesn't look like anything real, just something from their imagination, or they can use these shapes to turn it into something, some type of picture that they want to make that looks like something real. So it's up to them. So it's really easy, and then just go from there. Just let them go and see what art they come up with. One thing that's fun to do after they've completed their art is have them come and share their art with the class and explain what shapes they used and how they used them in their art. And it's a great skill for kindergarten just to be able to talk about what they've done. So now they just make their art. So their finished art should look something like this, where they've just used their shapes to make a picture. Some of the students may need a little talking through the process. They may not quite understand. So once they glue their shapes on the paper, they may need to individually have a conversation of what could this orange piece, what's something that could what's something that looks like. Help talk them through that just so they maybe can see something with the images, you know, like, oh, I think this rectangle looks like it could be a swimming pool. So you may need to talk it through with them just to get them going. But another option that they could always end up with is they could end up with something totally abstract. If turning those shapes into something that looks real, if it's just not clicking for them, and that'll be the case for some, it's totally okay just to encourage them to do something abstract. So I have these two pieces of paper, and just encouraging, like, keep drawing more shapes, keep drawing outlines, keep drawing anything that would get them going just to fill the paper. And then of course, and you can see that with both of these, is something I really like to do is to encourage them to really fill the whole space. Make sure that they're not doing one small picture right in the center of their paper, but they are trying to fill the whole paper. You can talk to them when you're going through the art and showing them the art that normally when they see artwork, the artwork goes to the edges of the picture. You know, there's not just like one tiny thing in the middle. So it's just something that helps them improve the quality of their art. But again, this one is a really easy, it's not very messy, it can go pretty quickly. So it might even be a good one to do if you are limited on time.